Interesting question. Bakersfield is a town of somewhere between 400 and 500,000. The name of our practice is Capital Dental Group, but a division of that of our practice is called the CID, the Center for Implant Dentistry. Dr. Castine and I run that together. He is our surgeon and I am a prosthodontist, so I restore the implant cases that we have. Our culture is very interesting. I'm originally a St. Louis, Missouri boy for about 60 years and come out here in the last few years to work with Dr. Castine. The culture of our practice is very interesting. It's very different from what you would find in Missouri, in that it's a very open and comfortable and relaxed sort of a practice, especially with the way I think we try to relate to our patients. We have a green coat today, but we do not wear white coats over there. The goal of what we're trying to do there is to help people out of what can many times be a multiple year dilemma, and that is, I think, apparent through the whole staff. It's I guess I'm trying to be a bit complimentary on them because I love the group that I'm with and how we try to go out and relate to people, and we're just trying to improve a life, and I think we do that reasonably well. That was brought to me by Dr. Castine, and you'll have to ask him where he started it initially, but he said we need to look at these guys because Ryan is come up with a wonderful digital workflow that we are sorely missing. So it was in our quest to go to digital. Well, I am basically an analog dentist, and I think in the current dental world, you're either an analog dentist or a digital dentist, because once you become a digital dentist, you will never go back to analog. But given that I was trained lots of years ago as an analog dentist, this whole digital world was a little bit intimidating and scary, different language, lots and lots of different equipment to have and buy, which is all very expensive. And I think I've been kind of being dragged into this world kicking and screaming because of my intimidation of going in this direction. However, when Dr. Dunlap with his program here lets you kind of pull the curtain back and peek around the other side, and once you step over that line and get into the digital world, you never ever want to go back. So my goal on that was to get rid of my hesitation and my intrepidation of going into this world, and Dr. Dunlap has found a way to methodically put all the pieces together and knit them all together in a way that somebody that is very new to this can understand it, appreciate it, and no longer be intimidated or afraid. That's what I want. That's what I got out of this. It was way more than I thought I would get going into it. But two of our wonderful staff, one is a chair side and surgical side assistant, and also one of our laboratory techs that's going to be one of our designers, as well as Dr. Castine. We let him come along too. Well, I'd go back to the above paragraph, and that is that it's knitted together so many concepts that I had heard of, and put them in a way that I could understand the overall picture in a pretty comfortable environment with other people that are some further advanced than me and some behind me, believe it or not, and put us in a position where we could walk out the door and feel like we have at least an initial comfort level with this world of digital dentistry. We have been doing full arch dentistry for a number of years, but doing it in the older methods, and this is so exciting for how streamlined and comfortable and ultimately more accurate that it is than what we ever had before. So it was a wonderful set of 4 days. I would say probably with open arms. Everybody here is approachable, everybody here is experienced, and most of them are multi-talented and cross-trained in the different aspects of this, from marketing to the dental technician to assisting and patient consultation sides, and so they're very open and friendly with their experience and how they do things. And certainly in the course of this 4 days, you will certainly not be underfed in this place. There's always things to nibble on and refreshments all the way through. So it's a very high comfort level sort of a low-key comfortable place to be. That this brave new world of digital dentistry with doing full arch reconstructions is a very attainable and workable solution, and that is something that we can actually learn and incorporate day to day with what we're doing. We've gotten past our beginning steps, and now we're not really running yet, but we're starting to trot a little bit, and so it's gotten us to, at least it's gotten to me to where I have the confidence that I'm not afraid to ask questions anymore, and I really want to incorporate this into what we're doing. I think it's extremely important because the concepts are so different from what we've currently been doing, that for them to be here to actually see it, witness it, what's going on, be a part of it and learn it, and we kind of spread out and each of us kind of learned different aspects, and we're going to get together and kind of trade those secrets with each other back and forth. So rather than the doctor going to the mountain and getting some new ideas and trying to come back down and explain it, they're here a part of it, and they're as excited and their tails are wagging more than mine are about let's get back and let's do this. So it's not just the doctor bringing an idea, it's like, wow, look what's out there, we can do this together. Well, there's no substitute for something that's live, certainly. You can work all day or look all day at typodonts and models and slides, but to actually see this happen to a real patient and in the methods that they're doing is invaluable. It's very real. We do these same sort of treatments a little bit differently, but to see them, their differences in how they do it is makes it very comfortable to look at what they're doing and make a comfortable transition into it. Do it. They don't give this away. This is very sacred knowledge. I think Dr. Dunlop's doing everything he can to disseminate this. This is not a mild entry fee. It is expensive, but it also appears to be that it will certainly pay for itself in terms of the return on investment. We're hoping so, but everything appears to be the case. So it's a very nice way to go from ground zero, not knowing what you're doing or what questions to even ask, to where you feel competent enough to ask questions and start to learn. So I would say if you haven't done it, strongly consider it, and I would say just do it. You will not, if this is the end of our 4th day, absolutely felt it was time and money well spent. This is a very unintimidating, comfortable sort of environment to learn. One of the things I liked about this was, there were lectures, there was hands-on, and there was also watching surgeries. But Dr. Ryan is around every day, all day, and you can grab him and say, hey, what about this, what about that? So it's easy to ask him questions directly in a comfortable way. So it's you feel like you become I guess embedded almost in their team for about 4 days, and it's a very nice experience.